Your mortgage broker, he told you this was good debt. What if I showed you how you'll lose $136,000 in just the first 7 years while you think you're building wealth? The math, it's brutal, and it's sitting right there in front of you in the documents they rushed you through at closing. Stay with me for a few minutes because once you see these numbers, you'll never look at your mortgage the same way again. In the example we'll be walking through, I use a $300,000 30-year mortgage at 6.75%. Your numbers, they're probably different, but you'll get the idea. This good debt scam has been blowing the minds of my clients for over 2 decades, so be prepared. Here's what really happened at the closing table. You remember that mountain of paperwork you had to hurry through so everyone else could get on with their day? You're getting carpal tunnel from all the signatures. Documents are flying across the table, and everyone's acting like this is all routine. Then, strategically, somewhere in the middle of all that chaos, they slip you the truth in lending document. Not at the beginning when you're alert, and certainly not at the end when you might ask questions, but right there somewhere in the middle when you're overwhelmed and you just want to get through it all. This one document shows the real cost. That $300,000 loan will actually cost you $700,484 over 30 years. But they flip through it like it's junk mail, and they'll say, oh, well, this is just required by law, sign here. Maybe you caught that number. Maybe you thought, wait, what? But everyone's smiling at you. The paperwork is flying, and you didn't want to be the person that holds everything up and over some silly government document, so you just kept signing. They're counting on your politeness to keep you from having to answer questions about that extra 400 grand. And even if you did pause and ask, they would just tell you, this is just how mortgages work. It's the only way to buy a house. Now, let me show you the numbers they rushed past you. That $300,000 loan at 6.75% for 30 years means payments of $1,945.79 a month. Here's what happens in just the first 7 years, where according to industry data, most families will either move or they'll refinance. After 84 payments of $1,945.79, the total paid is $163,446.36. Guess how much of that went towards building your equity in your home? A measly $27,637.58. The amount that went straight into the bank's bottom line, $135,808.78. You just lost 136 grand while thinking you were going to begin building equity. This makes even Bernie Madoff look honest. I mean, at least Bernie's, his victims, they knew they were getting scammed. You're sitting there convinced you made a smart investment where all you get back after forking out over $160,000 is a measly 27 grand and change. If someone walked up to you and said, give me $1,945 every month for 7 years, and guess what I'll give you back? $27,637. You call them a scammer, a con man, probably even call the cops. But call it a mortgage, and suddenly it's, oh, where do I sign? This is how the payment matrix works. Every month, the majority of your payment goes to interest, pure profit for the banks, pure loss for you. But they keep you focused on equity building and home ownership, things like that, so you don't notice you're being cleaned out. They make you feel like you should be grateful for the opportunity to put just over 163 grand in and only get 28 grand back in equity. I mean, in return, they walk away with almost $136,000 in pure profit. That's how you would look at this if it was any other kind of investment, but home ownership, where the home will appreciate blah, 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 blah. Do you know how much your home would have to appreciate during those 7 years before you move or refinance in order to recover the $135,807 you lost? Let's take a look. The question now becomes, how much would the home have to sell for in order for you to just break even, right? The math is simple. The original value for the home is $300,000. You paid $135,807 in interest during those 7 years. So you need to sell the home for $435,807. That means the home must appreciate 5.48% each year, and you'd have to sell it at the asking price just to break even. Oh, wait, I hear you. You're thinking, hey, Tony, what if I had to take out a loan that required a down payment? Sure, let's look at those numbers real quick. If you mortgage $300,000 after making, say, a 10% down payment, that would mean the original value of the house was right about $333,000. The other numbers, like how much of your payments went to principal and interest, would be the same because we're talking about the same $300,000 loan. So you're all in at 33 grand for a down payment, plus $138,807 that interest that you pay during the first 7 year period. The original value of the home was 300 grand, and that gives you a grand total of $468,807 for the sale price, which requires the home to appreciate by 5.01% each year just to break even. Oh, wait, I forgot something. What about the realtor commissions? That just makes these numbers worse for you and better for the payment matrix. Do you see how insane this gets? I know your head is spinning right now because you probably never looked at the numbers like this before, but that's why I'm here, because the payment matrix doesn't want you to see the numbers this way. Every single month, the majority of your mortgage payment and all of your debt payments go straight to interest, pure profit for the banks, pure loss for you. But they keep you focused on equity building, home ownership, and other delusions so you don't notice that you're getting robbed blind. If you want to know how much interest you're giving the banks in pure profit every single month, comment expose, and I'll get you my how much interest are you really paying calculator. You just enter your info and the calculator will tell you the truth about all of your monthly payments. But you know what irks me the most about this entire closing experience? It's that you're the one who's made to feel like, oh, you're the lucky one. You're the one saying thank you and feeling honored and excited when they should all be down on their knees thanking you. But you smile and thank them for the privilege and honor of handing over hundreds of thousands of dollars in profits that you've obligated yourself to in writing. That just seems backwards, doesn't it? Now I get that who can plop down $300,000 for a home? So you need the mortgage to get the keys. But good debt, really? Comment exposed right now, and I'll send you the how much interest are you really paying calculator, and it will show you exactly how much you're losing every month. I'm also going to give you the exclusive YouTube edition of my new book, Transforming Payments into Prosperity, where you're going to learn what the payment matrix is, how it works, and why you need to unplug ASAP. Each day, your debt payments are costing you somewhere between like $48 and $63 in interest every day. The sooner you comment exposed in the comments, the sooner you'll be on your way to escaping the payment matrix and learning how to redirect those thousands and thousands of dollars you're losing every month back to where they belong, in your pocket. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.